Well, just on the east side of the Saddle Dome, along the Elbow River. And I'm going to climb up those stairs to the top of Scotsman's Hill. So I'm up on Scotsman's Hill. It's Monday morning, August 26th, 2024. And it looks like they've broken ground for the new hockey arena. So there's the Saddle Dome. That's going to be demolished at some point. And straight in front of me is where the new arena will be built. Yeah, this city's got a lot going on right now for projects. I mean, they got the Green Line that's taking forever, the LRT expansion, light rail transit expansion, and now this project. So that's going to be a big footprint. It's hard to make out from way back here, but anyway. We definitely need more rain. We haven't had any rain, nothing significant since June. Right through July and most of August, it's been very dry. With the exception of maybe a few days ago, we had some rain parts of the city, and a couple of days before that. That's it. So, take a look back here. You can just see how brown the grass is. I was up here a month ago and it was beautiful and green. None of this brown dried up stuff. And our forecast looks really good going into September. It's still going to be summer-like temperatures for a long time. Today we're supposed to hit 28 Celsius. It's early in the morning now, and I think we must be 18. Understandably, this time of the year, the overnight lows dip a little bit lower, as do the early morning temperatures. We don't usually see our high temperature until late afternoon. Anyway, I'm just enjoying the morning. With my coffee and my water. So here I am at the corner of 5A Street and I think about 14th Avenue, but I'm not sure. In the Stampede grounds, there's the Saddle Dome, and that's downtown over there. And this is where they're breaking ground. This would be Victoria Park. At one point in time, this was an actual neighborhood full of homes, you know, built back in the early 1900s. Yeah, it was block after block of houses. Now it's all Stampede. Calgary Stampede exhibition grounds property. So this is where the new hockey arena will be going. And they'll be demolishing the Saddle Dome at some point, like they did with the Corral. This is going to be a huge, huge footprint. So yeah, this is 14th Avenue and 5A Street. And I remember that because I had friends that lived here. Actually more closer to where the Roundup Center is, when there was homes here. And they're going to be doing the foundation shortly. By the looks of it, they're going to be putting the anchors in. And back behind me is where I was just sitting up on Scotsman's Hill along the top there. There's one old house. I bet you there's 2 or 3 in the whole neighborhood, but they're owned by Stampede grounds, probably used for storage or something. Yeah, just imagine. Hundreds of houses used to be here. So it was a big neighborhood, inner city. Unfortunately, it turned to shit. At one point in time, it was a family-oriented neighborhood, respectable inner city community, and then by the 1970s, slumlords began buying up properties and redeveloping and repurposing with multiple suites in one home. And it attracted a lot of, I hate to use the term lowlifes, but that's what it was. Lots of prostitution and drugs, and then it developed its reputation as Vic Park. That's just good to have a look at this before they go any further. Yeah, it goes all the way up to the tracks, the train tracks. It's going to be a big arena, bigger than that. They got a street cleaner over there. I don't know why. He's gone back and forth at least a dozen times in the few minutes I've been here. Sort of a futile, a Sisyphus type attempt, because there's going to be a lot of dirt and dust generated from trucks coming and going and just in the air. Yeah, you got to wonder who arranged the street cleaner right outside a construction site. I'm sure he'll be there for the next 4 years cleaning that same street at the cost of taxpayers. Just try to get another view from up here. I could walk around all 4 sides, but I think you get the idea. More of the same on the other 3 sides. And here's one of the Stampede headquarter buildings. They got a few throughout the grounds. That brick building on the other side of this little house used to be St. John's ambulance training facility, and they also had for a few years squash and racquetball courts in that structure. And at that point in time, this was still Victoria Park, as was that building. It was not part of the Stampede grounds. The Stampede bought up more land this way maybe 40 years ago. So now the Stampede entrance gates will be to my right. Way back in the day, they were up to the left where the corral used to be. And that was the official entrance to the grounds. This was not part of the Stampede grounds back in my day. All this has changed. Calgary Tower, you can still see that. And there's that big convention center. I shot a video on that back in July when they opened it to the public. Not sure if there's any sidewalks opened here. Probably just, oh, maybe. Let's see. Yeah. I'll at least get one more side. And this is the west side of the development. And there's that street cleaner. And there's those drills over there that are going to put the anchors in. Not sure what they use for an anchor, some kind of mortar, some kind of reinforced concrete, I guess. I'm not sure what they would do for a structure this size. 13th Avenue and Stampede Trail. Yeah, just imagine houses as far as you can see. It's and you know, look, in hindsight, they probably could never have cleaned up the area of Victoria Park, but we'll never know. I mean, they've taken other areas like Ramsey and redeveloped that, and now it's a very family-oriented again. At one point, they were talking of closing the elementary school, and Ramsey is just on the other side of Vic Park. And they've kind of revitalized that neighborhood, and it's trendy to live, very expensive. now, whereas opposed to back in the day, you could buy a nice home for 40 grand. Now that same house is 400 grand or more. Back in the day, I'm talking mid 80s. So you never know. They could have made Victoria Park a very trendy area to live to, being so close to downtown. I'm sure they could have gentrified and put up condos and all kinds of stuff and repurposed the homes, some of them, and charged an arm and a leg too. We'll never know. I guess Stampede's greedy. They want money, so they own everything. They own all this. As far as you can see over there to the train tracks way over there, they own everything here. Or they lease it from the city. I'm not sure how that works nowadays, but it is Stampede property. Sure, if they had their way, they'd knock down these towers and take this land too. So that's going to be a massive, massive arena. And with 17th Avenue coming all the way through, just to my left over to the west here, it's going to go all the way through the Stampede ground. So it's not going to stop at McLeod Trail, it'll continue. I'll just get up to the corner and see if I can shoot down here a little way. That's Victoria Park. I'm going to start heading back into downtown. On my left is the Stampede Casino. Sometimes on my walk, I'll pop in there for a free coffee.